welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quite a while here. The winter time is just really hard with filming stuff, but today we're actually going to do some car stuff. I'm in the gray Nardo. It's not really a Nardo, it's close. I'm in the gray Type S right now. We're heading to Barn Built Motorsports, the barn, the compound. You guys have seen me film there before. I'm actually just getting the tires balanced on this car. The last video or two videos ago I did the EP3 rack, and as you guys can see, car drives fine, you know, no issues at all, very responsive. I still haven't gotten an alignment. I've barely driven this car over the last couple months just because it's been really like snowy and wintertime here, a lot of salt on the roads. So I haven't really been driving it that much, and that's why I haven't gotten anything balanced. So still no alignment. I left the tire rods where they were at from the previous alignment, so like it drives straight, you know. It no pulling left or right, you know. I'm only like, if I'm gassing it, it has like really bad pull to the left or the right, but I have an open diff, so that doesn't help. But curious how these wheels will balance out. I have not balanced them. I just bought them off the previous owner and then literally slapped them on after I did the rack. And haven't really been doing much with the car. As you guys might see here, everything is kind of ripped apart. I actually am going to be doing a like doubled in. The one I had shit the bed on me like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Out of nowhere, it just kind of stopped working, froze up. I couldn't hear anything. Ordered it's an ATO Toto. I don't know how the fuck to pronounce that, but that's what I ordered. A couple people on Instagram have recommended it, so that's what I'm gonna be putting in this car. And I bought a sub that goes in the spare, in the wheel well and the tire. So I'm hoping that that works pretty well, because I didn't want to sacrifice any like trunk space per se, because I love the way the hatch is so much room. I could fit everything back there, so I didn't want to get rid of any trunk space. So I went with like this one that goes in the spare tire. So we're gonna see how that works out, and I'll make a video on that when it gets done. But got these tires balanced, and check the car over, see how Bernie's doing, and I'll see you guys when we get there. We just pulled up to the barn. The lift is currently occupied with Bernie's junk pile. WRX doesn't run, so we got the little jack stand going on. So I'm not gonna do a full like inspection of this thing on the ground because it was not, but everything seems to be all right in here. You know, all the lines are still in place, so that hasn't moved. Everything looks pretty good for the most part, but I wanted to raise it up a little bit in the back because it rubs just a tiny amount right here, and I don't want to damage these quarter panels because I don't have the money to fix them if I break them. So we're just doing a rebalance on these because like I said, I bought them off some dude and never balanced them. We're here at the Barn Built compound, got all the race cars out. 1, 2, 3. Another Subi, big Subaru guys over here. So, and the Neon, which Bernie hasn't driven in like 5 years. Bern, when was the last time you drove the Neon? Yeah, that's what I just said. I'm like, he hasn't driven that shit in like 5 years.
It's driven in this area.
It's moved bit back and forth. It's still. Does it run or not?
Probably barely. Enough for me to move it.
Yeah. But I like the.
I gotta get through the Subi to get back to that.
Yeah. So he's doing like a, what'd you say, cam sensor?
Yeah.
Cam sensor on the WRX, and he said it's underneath the intake manifold. So he's got to pull this whole thing out of here to get to the sensor. That's a pain in the ass. I'm glad I don't own a Subaru. I bought those with those tires on them.
Really?
I don't know. They're pretty old tires, but they don't look like dry rotted or anything. What do you think?
How old are they?
They're old.
Holy shit. 33 2010.
Yeah, they're like
they're
like 10 years old.
They're in good shape. Like, they still got a little squish to it. I mean, not much, but you know what I mean?
Well, they're
you know they're bad when like you can't
yeah,
get any type of squish out of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know they're dry rotted at that point, but this I can squeeze it.
I mean, I got the wheels.
It's only because they're Bridgestones, best tires you could buy.
Yeah, I got the wheels with the tires for $650.
That's a deal, dude. And they look so much
These are
better.
actually they're R33 GTR wheels.
Oh, I was gonna say I knew what the hell
they're Ankies.
That's nice, dude. They look so
It's
much better, dude.
It's an OEM it's an OEM option that when you order your GTR you can get them. I think it's like they're specific for the R33 GTRs because of the offset to clear the Brembos. I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you have a fat clearance.
Yeah,
also,
big
that's why I worked out mint for
big
you with
clearance for the Brembos. Yeah,
that's actually a huge fucking.
that's why
cheat code.
I changed wheels because the white wheels would not have cleared
clear
it.
the
And these are 17s. The white wheels were 18s.
That's actually an Rsx cheat code. If you do a Brembo swap.
Yeah, these are mint.
GTR wheels.
GTR wheels. They're I think I made a video on it. They're like RPN ones or something, but they're. I didn't like that they're almost the same color of the car, but
I like that though.
every time like
I like that.
yeah,
now.
bro. Every time somebody sees it with the new wheels, because I haven't been out all winter.
They
They're
look
like
so much better, dude.
they're like people are like, oh, I don't normally don't like color match to the car, but like
Yo, that's so funny.
but these look really good on the car. I'm like,
And you bought it like
I bought them like that. I was gonna change the color, but they kind of go good, so I might just leave it and save myself some money.
And they're straight as an arrow. I mean, you gotta think, damn, so if they're R33 wheels, these are old.
Yeah, they're really old,
Really old.
like 90s,
Damn, they have like the
and they're light.
They have a little wobble to it, but like not a lot where you barely even
Yeah,
notice it.
they're light too. They're way lighter than the other ones. They're probably almost the same weight as like an RPF 1, or maybe a little heavier, but it's right around the same.
Yeah, they're actually really close to RPF 1.
And I like the 5-spoke, so I mean, can't go wrong. I got a really good deal.
That's insane to think. These are 90s wheels.
Yeah, they're 90s wheels.
That's cool as hell, dude.
Yeah, pretty sweet. And I sold those Cosmos wheels for a profit.
It's like damn near straight.
Yeah,
arrow.
no arrows.
For being a 20-year-old wheel, balances out way better than
I mean, they're pretty.
way better than those Beamer wheels you brought me.
Yeah, if you guys have been on the channel for a minute, you remember me bringing my Style 95s. Those things are a nightmare to balance.
How many sets did you go?
I've had at least 3 or 4 sets of Style 95s. Just because I bought 2 sets to take the rears off and make 1 set, and then I totaled the car and I busted through a wheel, so I bought 2 more. It doesn't have center caps.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no center caps. I don't even know if they make center caps for this. We got some 1320 up on the video here. This TV's mint. You know, your brother said you got it for free?
Yeah, game changer.
That's mint.
$60 setup, $60 mount. That's it.
Did you buy a speaker? That's just that's the TV. That's pretty good.
Right? We could plug it into these too because we got a long cord.
Oh, for the speakers, yeah. That way you could put like a music video on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fire.
Let's make sure we can even reach it with this. This is the only one I got.
We're trying to figure out a hub-centric ring because I have these.
Nah, with shock, skip.
We have these here, and they're just
Skip, so
awful.
what you're going to have to do, you might want to rerun it.
No, you're good. Just keep
going. What you're
going.
going to have to do is you're going to have to find, because I can't measure with this dial indicator, we'll be able to get what the car is. I mean, either way, it's the same thing. You're just going to have to Google what the board is.
I tried, but I asked
You couldn't find it?
Nah, and I asked a few different people too, and like nobody really knows because these are like old.
You got to take this measurement and then minus it from that bore and get the gap that you got to fill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think I ordered 64,
Yeah.
but I don't know what the diameter of this is. You can't get those in there.
Nah. You need a different kind of dial indicator. You need one that goes like in and spreads out. That it'll go in like that and spread out. Like, yeah, there's no way to do it. That sucks. No, let me rebalance this one.
What if we took like a ruler or something? I don't know.
Yeah, you need really
I know, bro.
it.
I don't know. Bro, I measured it myself, but I don't remember.
Millimeter rulers in fucking Europe.
Maybe. What's it called? He just static balanced the wheel. So that static balance is where you don't have stickies on the inside here, because this car has like no lip on this wheel, so the weights literally just show. Looks super ugly. I'll show you. I'll see if these have an example. This one doesn't really have a lot of weight on it, but you see how it just kind of sits right there? It's pretty apparent that there's a wheel weight there. So static balance is where you put the weights only on the back like this. And with these wheels, since they're like a OEM style, we're able to put that like hook metal weight on the back rather than a sticky. So that works for me because these are, like I said, they're OEM wheels. Most aftermarket wheels, you have to put all stickies because they just don't have a lip for the like the OEM metal weight. I'm gonna have to measure these for a hub centric. I'll have to get a different type, different like micrometer, one that opens up in the middle, not slides, because Bernie thinks that might be part of why this car feels a little wonky when I drive it. You know, it's like something is just slightly loose in the front end, and I had a feeling that it was because the millimeter difference in the hubs. Because all this other stuff is new. I just did the control arms. I just did all the like the rack, and everything is new. So we have a feeling that it's got to be these hubs, and then I gotta get an alignment still. But she looks pretty good in here. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna go static balance the other one, see how it comes out. So that's the static right there, just the back two weights.
No inners.
Yeah, no inners. That looks way better too, because then we don't have all the stickers sticking out the side of it.
Yeah, the last person didn't have them static. I'm surprised.
Well, like I said, I bought him off of Old Head. He probably didn't even know static balancing exists. He probably balanced these wheels 10 years ago. That's, or however,
yeah, think about
they're
it.
20
They might
years.
have been balanced when they were put on.
Yeah, 2010, 15 years old. I mean, the tires are still good. They must have been like in like a temperature controlled.
Them, right?
No, he said he bought them for his car.
Because like, look at it close. There is some cracking and shit. Like,
There's a little bit, but like
the big thing is like a fucking bad tire is rock solid. These are like half rock solid.
yeah. And I got them for a really good deal, and I wasn't trying to buy new tires, so I can't complain. If I do end up getting new tires, I'm gonna go down a size. These are too big. They're 255, 40, and it's just a little too much. I would probably go down to like a 245.
Makes sense.
Because I rub a little bit in the back and I rub in the front at lock.
Really?
But like I still have fender liners, so
I love this socket, dude.
I would probably go down to like a 245 if I could.
That's cool. B and R33.
Yeah, it says it right on there.
Yeah. Very cool. I really like these. Like a lot.
All right, guys, we're all set at Bernie's house. He hooked it up with the wheel balance. The balance that was on it was really old school style, and we did a static balance like I showed you. Hoping that kind of helps with the little shake I'm having when I drive this thing. But that went pretty smooth. Like I said, the lift was tied up, so we weren't able to go underneath. And I wanted to raise the back of the car just like a little bit because I do rub ever so slightly. I was kind of hoping the wheels would like self-clearance, you know, rub away the tire a little bit, but wasn't the case. So we're gonna have to raise the car just a little bit in the future. I'm not sure when we'll get to that, but yeah, that went pretty well. When he gets some more time, we're gonna throw the car up on the lift and probably paint the rear calipers yellow. I have a stud that needs to be replaced for the lug nuts in the back. Just some like little simple stuff. And then once I get the hub centric rings ordered, if I can find like the right size I need, that would be huge, because I think that's probably, he agrees, it's probably why the car wobbles so much when I'm hitting like a higher rate of speed. You know, it does wobble quite a bit. So we'll see how that goes, and then from there we're just gonna go look over the car. But right now I'm on my way home. No music because the radio's still not in. I'm gonna make a video on that when that gets done. I'm having one of my buddies come Monday to give me a hand, check out the wiring. I'm not super like fancy with like sound system stuff, and he's really good with it, so nothing wrong with asking for a helping hand. I'm gonna have him come by and see what we can do with it. And it's like a touch screen. It's got the Apple CarPlay. It's got like it's an Android one, so I can download an app for Hondata and Bluetooth it off of my ECU. So that would be pretty cool. I'll have all my gauges on the dash, and yeah, should be pretty good. But let's get home, and then I'll close out the video when we get home, see if we have anything else going on. All right, guys, we're back at the good old house here. Got the Escape moved. My dad freaking locked the keys in it and got them now. The AAA dude is right there in his tow truck. I don't know how he does that. My dad always locks the keys inside of stuff. And like after I did car transport for 2 years or so, after doing that, I never leave a key in the car unless the window's down. And like never, because I've been locked out of, not this car, but I had a different RSX. I got locked out of it. That was a pain in the ass. My dad's been locked out of this before, so just I always take the key with me, or I leave the window down. Never leave the key in the car. Just, my dad has a bad habit of doing that. So got the Escape unlocked. Car drove good home. It seems to wobble less. I think the balance helped, because it doesn't have as much of like a shake when it drives, which is great. Still got to address the hub centric ring and fixing the stud in the back, and just a couple little things. It's starting to be the season where we want to drive these things, so I want to drive this car. That's all I want to do this summer. The red one, the last video, posted some updates on that. It's still in the same situation. The bodywork is just taking forever. It's just taking absolutely forever, and I had to put some funds aside. I've been having I'll show you guys my if he's out and about, my bearded dragon. I have a lizard. He's been having a lot of issues lately, really sick, and the veterinary bills have just been kind of insane lately, so I had to budget out what I was doing with the car, and it kind of put some things on hold. And I bet he's in his cave. Yeah, he's sleeping. There he is in there. Can't even really see him. Yeah, he's sleeping. He hasn't been feeling that good lately, so that's been putting a huge dent in the car funds. It's just been pretty brutal lately with the vet bills, and my grandfather has been real sick with, he's got cancer, but he needed a couple of surgeries that they can't do now because of the cancer, and it's just, the last few months have not been very kind to me, so that's why I also haven't really been filming anything. I've just been working, taking care of my lizard and my grandpa, going home and working more. So I'm hoping that things start to clear up pretty soon. I'm hoping the lizard makes a recovery and my grandfather starts to get better and they're able to do the surgery he needs, and then we're about to get back into the warm weather, so I'm going to start trying to record more, see how things go. If there's anything you guys want to see with this car, I'm going to try and do some more fun runs with some people, and just some little things. I'm going to film the radio when that's done, and outside of that, if there's anything you guys want to see, just let me know. And it's kind of hard with the turbo car being down to film with that, because it's just not out of my hands with the bodywork. And this is getting close to its final form. I mean, it just really doesn't need much. Just a couple little things that I'd like to do. Everything else is pretty much done. I don't plan on turboing it or anything like that. It's just a simple full bolt-on like K-Pro setup, nothing crazy. But like I said, anything you guys want to see, comment below. Yeah, I'm gonna close out here. I gotta take care of the lizard, gotta give him his medication, and I actually gotta shoot over to my grandpa's house and take care of whatever he needs, because he's not doing too well, so I gotta help him out. But if you guys want to see something, reach out to me, and I'll try to make it happen. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
High